Hey guys, it's Delora Dabbles here, and lately, like in the last month, I have actually been doing some crafting that is not just fiber arts, but into some woodworking. Now, my dad is a carpenter, so I learned a little bit of stuff, through osmosis basically from him. And I will go ahead and basically just show like my proudest achievement. Got this for 15 bucks at a craft store, and its hinges needed to be replaced. I didn't do any refurbishing on this part here. I basically just changed out the hinges. What happened was like a lot of the stuff on here was hand beaten by someone. You can see that this is very much hand smithed. The front is super hand smithed. That's basically just a figure eight. Both of these pieces are hand smithed, and all of the nails even look hand done. I have no idea where it's from, but it has this pretty little flower. I have no idea how old it is. Um, it could just be that someone who likes to do hand beaten stuff could have made it recently. I don't want to assume it's old just because many of the components were hand beaten. It came with an arm, so you guys see here that I have a kickstand arm that clicks and locks perfectly. This thing isn't going anywhere. The one that came with it was much thinner, much shorter. It ran from here to here and didn't work too well. This one is quite strong. In fact, I have to, hold on. That's cute. There we go. Had to brace it. Now, I will say that I had to use the old kickstand's nails because the nails that came with this were far too long and were going to poke through the top if I used them. So I did use the old nails on this new piece, and I also had to use the old nails, or did I have to use the old nails? No, I didn't have to use the old nails on the hinges. So yeah, I just rehinged it, and I redid this part. And I lined the bottom. Let me just put that there like that. I lined the bottom. I did it so, and it's black fabric so you can't even see. I just glued it in. I just glued it. I didn't do anything fancy. I just used some Gorilla Glue, crazy glue, super glue, whatever you want to call it. I just used that kind of glue right there. So that was one project. This is another project. It is a Lazy Kate for my bobbins. And hold on, let me actually grab one of my bobbins. So this is actually from an electric wheel that I just bought recently, and ta-da! So whenever I go to ply my yarn, the idea is that this will spin, and as you pull it, it will release some of your yarn like so. It's not tensioned for those spinner people watching this, but it is cute, and I made it all by myself. And no, this does not fit the bobbins off of my Nano. Let me get one of my Nano bobbins. It does not fit. They're too big. I'm going to make a separate, smaller one. And I plan on staining this. At some point, I just have to figure out what color I want to stain it. So, speaking of staining stuff, I have had these wooden boxes for a very long time. This one is empty, so I'll show it to you first. As you can see, I just did a little etching. In fact, I used my little flathead screwdriver here, tiny one. I penciled it out, and as you can see, it's the moon phases. Pretty, like not basic considering that I carved it by hand. I also used a staining technique where you take that rich clothing dye and you use that on your wood. Now this one I actually sealed with a clear coat, and it made it super like not the same color that it was before. So this one was sealed, right? And this one was not. It is so much lighter, and I'm not going to seal this one. Now, this one being darker kind of works. I kind of like it, but I really liked what it originally looked like, which was this. This is what the other box originally looked like. I didn't carve anything on this one because it already has enough decoration as is. It looks like a cute little treasure box. And this is where I keep all my crystals. I got all my crystals in here. Well, not all of them, but all of my little ones. All of my smaller ones. So, not that I have any huge crystals, by the way. Just saying, I'm not like that. So yeah, I have been doing some fun little woodworking. Now for this one, I did take the findings off and the hinges off and everything because I was sealing it. Once I decided that I wasn't going to seal it with varnish, I didn't bother taking any of the findings off of this one. And of course, I didn't do the bottoms because no one's going to see the bottom. I have a very interesting project ahead of me, though. I have a bookshelf I'm going to completely redo, and I think I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on, let me move my camera. That blue thing is the bookshelf. It has a very thick layer of paint on top of it, so it's going to be a real pain in the butt to sand, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. All right, welcome back to my face. So yes, that thing is, I was able to peel a lot of the latex paint off of the top of it. Again, using a flathead screwdriver to kind of chip off and peel the latex paint off. I don't actually have any kind of sanding utensil. I've just been using the actual sandpaper by hand. And for very small projects like the lazy kit and just smoothing and rounding out these pegs, that was totally fine. This was totally fine. Whenever you start doing any kind of large scale sanding, and I learned this today, these things get hot and your fingers get hot. And anyway, you will want to wear a mask also if you are sanding. There's quite a lot of stuff that comes off. So as soon as I saw just how much fine dust was coming off of the bookshelf, I was like, oh, let me go get my little grocery store, a little COVID-19 mask, and that's plenty enough to keep the sawdust, or in this case, not sawdust, it's sanding dust, fine wood particles from getting in your face and in your mouth and in your lungs. It's not good to have those in your lungs. So anyway, I ordered something off Amazon that will hold the sandpaper so that you can just go to town on it without it making your hand hot. I was going to get an electric sander. Those are actually very expensive. So I will not be investing in that, considering that that was a $20 bookshelf. I'm not going to do that. But the plan is to do something kind of like this with that. And I might do red and black instead of purple and blue because this RIT dye is only $4. So I might do red and black with the bookshelf. It's just going to be a lot of sanding. It's going to be a labor of love. And it's going to take me a little while. But that is another wood project I have going on. So I'm especially proud of this box though. Like, oh my gosh. That carving is so cute. I love how it turned out. I do. I actually did go ahead and color the inside of this. Don't do this to me. Technical difficulties, hold on. My varnish made it stick a little bit. I had to really put some elbow grease into opening this. So, yeah, it's super pretty on the inside. This is the exact chalky, beautiful shade it was on the outside before I sealed it and made it darker. But I kind of like it, but I kind of also like this. That's why I went ahead and painted this box exactly the way the other one was, so that I would have it. So, anywho, Ta-da! I'm so proud of it. I love it so much. Oh my god. Yes. I hope that you guys enjoyed this wood crafting update. I don't usually do this kind of crafting, so, and I probably won't be doing a lot of these in the future. I'll show you guys what the bookshelf looks like when it's done, but I don't plan on doing this a lot. But considering that I am a dabbler, there y'all go. If y'all like this video, or I got these from Hobby Lobby, I got the bookshelf from Let Go, and all of my little stuff came from either Texas Art Supply or Southland Hardware. Southland Hardware is a mom and pop hardware shop right here in the heart of Montrose, and I love them so much. I love them. I get all my cool little stuff, and they actually sell screws individually. So you don't have a box of screws just sitting around all day. So if you live in Houston and you do a little bit of dabbling like me and you only need 4 screws, go to Southland Hardware. With that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you like me, please hit subscribe to support my channel. If you have any comments, questions, what have you, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time, happy dabbling, and bye-bye.